Hello, and this is the story of how I got arrested. Now, before we go into anything, I'd like to say, don't do any of these things I did. And B, I'm normally a good
Airtime
kid,
and fun time.
so I'm not. This is extremely abnormal for me. So one day, I was on Well, I was on TikTok. It's one of the social medias, and I get someone adds me from Snapchat quick add called Lucy. So we talk back and forth. We do if like we eventually get into a
Glad you
talking
don't
stage,
get
and he
special
introduced me to his
recognition.
friend called Toby. Made up name, just thought of it on the spot, but yeah, we'll go with Toby. And Toby is a troublesome kid. He smokes grass, vapes, all the things. Like he's a troublesome teenager, basically. And I low key fucked with him heavily. Like he was such a cool person to be around. But we lived in like different towns, so we couldn't really see each other that much. And when we were talking about meeting up. He said, "Oh, I know this abandoned place that we should definitely go to." So I'm like, "All right, yeah, it sounds like fun." So I go to We met before this, and when I go around his house, we just play PlayStation, Xbox. I think we're playing UFC. Yeah, we're playing UFC 5, and just having a good time. And I said, "Are we gonna go to this abandoned place?" Which was a terrible thing for me to say. And it was like, "All right, yeah, cool." Now him and his friends have already been there and done that, so they somehow found keys to the caravan on the door and being in the caravan. That is key information. And when it was like, all right,
You
yeah,
enjoy
no one
being
else
here,
is going to
right?
come, me and you will just go. It's like a 15 to 20-minute walk from his house. So we start walking, and I'm pretty sure still has the photo of me and him on that like traffic light thing, like the mirror, which I see when I drive every now and then. It just gives me some fucking war soldier PTSD type shit. But anyway, we are walking, get to the place, and I am figuratively and literally shitting bricks because I've never done it. Like before this, the only illegal thing I did was accidentally stealing the fucking pack of Maltesers from the co-op when I was like 6. So you could probably believe that I was literally scared for my life. Like my mum will kill me if she found out. And we go in. It's all cool, all cool. We go in, chill, boom. I'm fucking about, he's fucking about. He smoked something I didn't, because I didn't want to be honest. I was like, if I'm getting caught, I'm not gonna smoke because obviously I need a mental like, because if I get high, I have no mental stability. So yeah, it wouldn't be a good situation. So then we're like, all right, yeah, cool, cool, cool. There for a few hours. He decides, all right, yeah, we're gonna go back to mom. And then we see one of his mates, because it was like the abandoned house, 2 houses down. It was like a football tennis court thing, which is awesome. So we played there for a bit. Then when we went back, because those other kids that we went with went in the same direction, so we went ahead because they were like packing up and shit. And then they came over and said, they said, some guy asked me, "Do you know 2 kids in a black hoodie?" And they went, because they were shitting themselves. So then, yeah, it's like something like that. So they told us, and then me and Toby were shitting bricks, and Toby's high at this point. So we're talking like, all right, yeah, cool. Like it's been 5 minutes, nothing's probably happened.
You have the bug.
No word of a lie, as soon as I say that, we hear a police car dart down, because we were like 5 minutes away from the road. We hear the police car dart down, and me and Toby just look at each other, nod, and fucking bolt in the direction of his house, which isn't the way the police car went. So we get home, change clothes, and this motherfucker Toby, yeah, listen, his brother went there. His friends went there. They all devised a plan saying, let's not go back to that house again. So Toby's like, he's high, obviously, not having a good mental state. Oh yeah, let's try get a two-man on and go to the fucking house. I'm like, are you thick? No, obviously not. The police are probably still there. They're like, oh, it'll be fine. It's been like a solid 30 minutes now. I was like, alright, yeah, fuck it. I'm not staying in your house alone with people I don't know. And if your mum comes in, that's where you are. What do I say? Like, oh yeah, he's an abandoned house, broken house, and he's just left me. So I go with him, we meet the girls, then we go to the house. And the house is like it's like the front of the house, like 2 windows. And then like the driveway and then the caravan. We think the police were behind the caravan talking to the guy. So that's what we assume. So we're like, oh yes, I'm no one's here, cool. And then we see police, and I'm with one of the girls, and the other girl went with Toby. And I see at the corner of my eye a high-vis jacket, so I turn around, start walking, call Toby. He says, yo, you good? I said, police at caravan. Those are the words only words that came out of my mouth. I put the phone down. He walks by, and then another van come. If that other van didn't come, he would have got out of there. And then they said, did you lads break into a house by chance? And Toby's dumbass said, yeah, why? And I said, alright, yeah, could you get in the van, please? And I was like, what are you doing? And then we get taken. And the drive to the station was like 45 minutes. It was the longest 45 minutes of my entire life. Like, I felt like I was gonna die in there. And there's no seatbelt in the back of a police van. So if you're on a bumpy road, you're fucked. You're like flying all over the gaff. Yeah. So when we finally get there, they put me in like a holding cell. And at this point, I was only in a Middlesbrough t-shirt. And they were like, oh, the police were really nice because like they could see I was like shitting myself. They're like, oh, like, what you want? Do you want anything? And I was like, yeah, I'll just get a hoodie, please. So I get the hoodie, and they put me in this holding cell. And the max you can have a child legally in a holding cell is, I think it's like only 24 hours. I was in there apparently for, I think it was like in between 12 and 15. So I was in there a long time. I was trying to sleep, but I just like couldn't, because like, you know when you're in that mood where you're like, you know you fucked up so bad, you just lay there and have no emotions. I was like that. So I was like that for like 12 hours, laying there. I think I got an hour of sleep. My mum picked me up, and bear in mind, my mum was heavily pregnant and hormonal at this point. So she was beyond pissed. And we had to do these questions, and my solicitor said, just, I think it was like, it was something like,
I'm getting airsick.
Basically I didn't answer any questions. I just said like, I don't remember what it was, but I was just saying, I'm not answering your question, mate, fuck off. Something political for that term. So when we actually get into the room, I'm like, right, yeah. Boom, say, nah, fuck off, I'm not answering your questions. Not literally, but whatever my solicitor told me to say. I write my statement, and bear in mind, I've never ever told anyone this. I lied in my statement, which could have been like, I don't know what would have happened, but I'm not assuming it wouldn't have been very good. So I lied in my statement, and I said, I did not go in the house. I only sat on a window ledge. And Toby, the absolute fucking G, said, oh yeah, Oliver didn't do anything either. What a guy. And when we get out, my mum was like, she was like, oh, how could you do this? Like, you had me so worried, because like I got arrested at think it was like 7, she texted me, because we were talking to the police for assault half an hour. So half an hour to an hour. So it got to like 9 and she rang the police herself. Actually, no, she got a call from the police. And it takes like an hour and a half to get from my mum's to the station I was held at. My phone got took off me and my earbuds got took off me. So I literally had nothing on me. And my mum said, give me your phone. I was like, they have it. And I don't think she believed me. They had to ask the officer, oh, do you have my son's phone? They were like, yeah, we do. And then we're on the drive home and she's mouthing away, nearly like finished a pregnancy, so she's really hormonal. I felt so bad for me poor mum. But I get home, go to bed because it was like 5 AM. I woke up at like, I literally got no sleep that night. I didn't eat for like 3 days after as well. And no word of a lie, this investigator, whatever it's called, he's an absolute dickhead. He pushed the date back 3 months, longer than the legal amount. Like, he was on the risk of getting fired. It took 13 months for this motherfucker to fucking get around our case, and it just got dropped. Could you not have done that 13 months earlier? Like, I got put on this like child thing where I was like with these absolute maddens, like going out and drinking fucking straight vodka every night in like some park, making forest fires and shit. Absolute menaces to society. I was with them for like every other Thursday, and now this person come around our house asking me if I'm mentally okay for 13 months. So I wasn't allowed to speak to Toby, who at that time was basically my only friend, so I was alone, worried that my life might be over because, well, not over, but like, you know what I mean. Like, it's just not a good process, and I would never ever recommend anyone, and make sure you're hanging around the right people. So that's my first ever story time on this channel. 12 minutes and like 15 seconds. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. And subscribe. Yeah. This video probably won't have a thumbnail for a while because I probably won't be asked to make one, so hope you enjoy.